Shana Basa Lucia and Jen more. So Madrid and to me, Shana Basa Lucia, but the still. It just say Madrid for no, they say you was almost that the Equi, my papa couldn't know we. Say Madrid, no, Adain, and the Adain. Yeah, would you want to tell you? I know, Ushia, I know, nah. Alonso ade na msi ade say mo na mo number mo friend no musa ne nsem ni bi mai say unya botere well yen kwa me no ne ansa ye ba bi no 2-2 and a game and the nyasem keto akwa very interesting game ye ba be hwe 2 goals e pie mu nyina and the key talking points in that game ye ba Hearts of Oak on Saturday by Ken Kesi of Mauli Wayu has a 1-0 win over Vision FC. And also on some high but Sunday games, you know, and so game 11 wonders, Omni Dreams FC, and so Asiaka University of Ghana Sports Stadium, 3 p.m. And also the one some. But what's the latest on a Santiago government here? Yes, some contracts are very yeah, anyone since Minano, and also Andy Nina Hasi Adeba. Black Queens. Who's England? Baby Siaka Yamia Matna. Na any Aston Villa for man boy yai training Southampton and of course you say how na game ne ba to see marriage ni nyina no ehun sam ha se ya ni nyina enso eba Asante Kone Future Stars game FA Cup has been rescheduled and also Iberum and so bansa na ni nyina beba no yendi kan kwa mo no ne ansa yia na ye the official no and some coaches are already two after various wins and now games near the beba sanso and a players on some moka and then she how do I feel so yeah and be behind the one some eba ujumadi so I appear 95.7 na confirm said you mean baba pay mo na good one some and ye de eba Andy Garcias Ade Kwamane Maxi
chairman
we are okay
yami adumo
Ramadu den help me
team no say said I knew who but I say omo a big team to no more but we hear they are coaching in fight they are still in the process and to say more hard gamer expose them but because they have stars who can win games for them chairman in Ekosa
well ni nyina ne ba be hwe ho nsam emra Andy Garcias e de yakọ amonone enso abano ya gwamro ne ne ngofa eye de aka nyina enso asam no awie
asam na awie na so crowd dey ni crowd ni pakra ni asam be awie asam na awie ni e ka ho asam wa so say asam na awie e di asam ni ada awie wa ofi mu adu ni nya ada na wo laugh sa
na say asam esrem
na wa de o kan ye
are you ready? Ready. For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Some midweek matches and also ebet me to get any command of Padia, my uncle PM and our Brazilian tennis games to be and so across the name ya Peru as Sanano Saturday and a Copa Libertadores final game and so it's me cause Brazilian clubs and a question I can make on some channel a club from South Flaming and a later Sabanino ya doing some Emamu Ewa Jumadinos Yadin command of Peno Yam Piamu and so our Real not about top by a trend Mammy a real momenta a Copa South Flamingo aye champions no enra na chese anyasem go to anadwenimu anyina no wotu se Flamingo so we bia enso ayete ayomo aye club France Flamingo wamu ana ye piem enso ewo aye Copa Libertadores wamu ana aye champions trend banya sa video no e de ma wa ewo Rio enra na anyasem go to enum ena enso timi kan ya ye de wonsam emamu ewo so no so na medicam na dia to ye se fan ba ko ono de ewo fie mame aye fan na o collapse ye no na maso de ko ba ye say ono no he game no fie na emu ayere ena Danilo ebo aye go enema aye Flamingo na de tene say ono na all celebrate Flamingo aye go no ma say aye supporter just o fie all celebrate the team no go no ma say wo mu ya ne say abrante no
kum wono enso munahwe na Trent ebenya sa video no enso dia ba yebekọ ne we sɛ esi ete bi kɔ other fam ɛna kyese aye omo a ono ɛwɔ inside no wo nyina enso no sɛ anima ebetuma yeye enso dem nti aye football no edru ba bi a dia kofa ba nie fan enie or game no goal aba all celebrate goal no yehu ya ne sɛ aye video ne kɔ na ni bo sɛ wo munahwe ɛna yehu sɛ omo a ono inside no enso ba around ɛna kyese dia betene omo bo ni so ɛma anɔpɛ die ne condition enso ya kama ɛnum ɛyɛ latest ever yet ɛmamu ɛwɔ so no senti way ɛyɛ football no kyerɛ sɛ akoma ebi mu didi akyi no ɛnya akoma ketewa fan a kyerɛ sɛ ne team enso ɛbɔ game we ɛntu ga sɛ hɛ fan we deɛ wagye ne din de kyɛ obi o max deɛ teɛ ɛne sɛ ɔno nso yɛ so ɔmu no hweyɛ na emu ayɛ se ɛna ɔmu no hweyɛ na ɔhwe fam ɛna ɔbɛfa ne to n'ani so tee na ɛna ɔka kyerɛ ɔmo mu ambulance mu sɛ ɔmo ma no ɛyɛ bie baako na celebration deɛ ɛwɔ so ɔto aso Trent mame ɛyɛ fan na ɔda ambulance no mu no na nkyerɛ sɛ wɔntumi ɛnkɔ so ɛnyina ni ɛnti wobɛhu sɛ aberɛnkyɛ no ɛwɔ ambulance ne to ɛna wagye ne bie ɛna nkyerɛ sɛ ɔtwe ne bie ne kama because wei no ɛtɔ mu a wobɛhu ɛyɛ saa fan no ho nsɛm no nyina no yɛte ɛma mu ɛnso wɔ dwumadwino sɛ no nso nya yɛ ready a yɛntoa so ne yɛnkɔ yɛnim ɛna deɛ atu sɛ videos no nyina ka na mame fa wei ɛnto yɛ sɛ yɛdi saa nkɔmmɔ no wei ɛyɛ Flamingo supporters mienu bibacho wei yɛ deɛ ɔda ɛyɛ ambulance ne mu no ɔno nie na ɔda ambulance mu ɛwɔ agye na nea ɔka kyerɛ ɔmo sɛ ɔma ne bie ɛni max onie onua ɛna agye ne bie ɛwɔ ne mpa so ɛkyɛ sɛ ɔbɔ na adeɛ kama as part of a celebration na supporters mienu of ɛyɛ Flamingo ɛdi saa adeɛ sɛ ɔmo hyɛ ɛyɛ Palmeiras team no ɛnti ɔmo deɛ ɔmo bɛyɛ ɛne sɛ ɔmo bɛhyɛ ɛyɛ Palmeiras wɔn ɛyɛ jersey na onim sɛ ɛka aketewa bi nkegya tɔ baako fans na ɔmo ɛhye ɛyɛ Palmeiras ɔmo ɛyɛ jersey no baako ne ti anya ye ɛgya no ɛbɔ fa ne so nti o join ɛwɔ Facebook a Trent ɛbɛma na kɔ n'anim a ɛno ɛnie na wɔn ɛnie na wɔn de ɔkyɛ sɛ ɔmo hwie sɛ currency no sɛdeɛ yɛ o wɔn ɛhwie nti ɔmo hwie gu so apɛ ɛne ɛhu sɛ ɛgya no agye wɔm ɛna aso ne mu no ɛno ɛyɛ aberɛnte ne ntɛdura bi na ɛwɔ so ɔmo nyinaa ɛbɛki sure sɛ ɔmo bɛtumi adum gya no na bibia ɛnso tuma yɛ kama ɛde afiri hɔ ɛno ɛyɛ Flamingo fɔ no ɛnora anaasɛ from Saturday ɛde bɛsi nnora de ɛne gye a wɔn ɛnso akɔ mu no ɛnyɛ anyɛ ketewa na wonim ɛkwan a wɔn ɛde ɛyɛ Palmeiras wɔn club no flag ɛfa so wei yɛsɛ wokɔ Brazil a wɔn sɛ ɛyɛ total disrespect na mmom Flamingo fɔ no sɛ wɔn mfa hɔ Trent mame ɛyɛ Palmeiras fɔ no wɔn flag no wɔn ɛde Palmeiras wɔn flag no ɛda ne doormat kyerɛ sɛ wɔn de agu fam ɛna ɛyɛ fans no obi enso nante so wɔn twi wɔn na ɛwɔ so because mo no mo nya adeɛ yɛn yɛba bɛhyɛ no ankyɛ Palmeiras ɔmo flag ɛna wɔn de ayɛ dɔm ata ɔmo tia so ɛtwe kɔba ɛnom ɛyɛ deɛ ba ne nyina no yɛde wɔn nsɛm ɛma mo ɛna videos ni de leba ten kɔ yɛn mɛ na yɛn ni nkɔmɔ no pɛ ma mi mpia mo ɛwɔ aberanteɛ na yɛfrɛ no sɛ ɛyɛ wei ɛyɛ ɛwɔ aberanteɛ na yɛfrɛ no sɛ ɛyɛ wei ayɛ captain ɛnso de ma ayɛ Palmeiras club no bia nkɔ ne fie no obia ayɛ star a kyɛ sɛ nkaa bɛhu sɛ ɔmo nam kuroma sɛ bi ɛɛpɛ autographs mebatwɛ team ne captain ɛna ɔkɔ no ɛkwan ne mu cars ɛɛtwam obia nyina ɔno captain asi kɔ obia mfa no kora ɔno nam ne baabi din a kyɛ sɛ ɔno nso ɛɛkɔ fie ɛno ayɛ deɛ ba ho nsɛm no yɛde ɛɛma mo ɛwɔ dwumadi no so Copa Libertadores no sɛ sɛ mak so ɛyɛ akɔakɔyɛ ɛyɛ Brazilian clubs ne nkoa nansɛn ɛna meka kyerɛ sɛ Javier Tebas ɛbɛka Argentine clubs no obato edema oroya friends Claudio Tapia wono aye Argentine Football Federation president say kamia kwase omo league no asa ewe fam omo ni club se emprempre omo bade ebo no kwasoro na Trent mame Copa Libertadores aye winners no champions no from aye 2019 edebesi 2025 champion ni asomo womo aye den 2019 Flamingo for energy year 2020 Palmeiras omo energy year 2021 ekoma Palmeiras 2022 aye Flamingo Samsung 23 aye Fluminense 2024 Botafogo for anase Botafogo womo energy title no ananra anase Saturday Flamingo another Brazilian club womo asaje NGS Argentine clubs no womo aye den de agene Brazil for no enso assign womo eba aye trophies na because way aye omo version of the Champions League and Brazilian clubs negusua womu enso aje titles awon so ojumede so na ye di san komene meru Argentina dia yenko piemu enso ewo Buenos Aires na yesi baabi afro Morano and afi Sunday a treat. As you know, after quite say I start you know. Now Obama images ni be no what me who said here damage almost across it to a Mercy. I any statue any omo atemum you know. Woman to sorrow no area sifam and Mercy. I any statue no si wano and no 2 cases because woman epe nipa ono so sabi wo kodi sanse mu no se obi ti sell Mercy. Na ayama enso dinkomo odin sampi. And the African Mammy Lamin Jama Tama Morocco a flag in the done in call Lamin and Amukobu silence Eban Sebikobian Moroccan national team a day and I would choose Spain over Aya Morocco and a Moroccan national team. Now because at that time I know I'm genocide you know now Morocco Aqua drew Aya World Cup semi-finals Obakai some Morocco Aqua World Cup semi-finals. The last time I bought World Cup, also that time, now Morocco, I was semi-final. No, you know, so no Lamino, Ebenya opportunity. Abu Adiama, Morocco national team. No, now I see Nemum moment of air troop we answer by. Now on doubt, no, or the Morocco and our respect from answer the Morocco. Nemum on one Casanso Ebio, no Sanso Generosa and Comobo, and our Europe. What I say, BBT say a Euros no, Nanka Ojinam, Sanso and Euro for air border, and also no person bobby. Now, Ojini is a football, no, baby, a football, and so our Europe, and until I don't know person about the ball, and also a closer to international higher levels. What I say, now, Ocean fan to us, ordinary and American, the NS, I don't know, or person, and a Onya Quincy, about me, I World Cup, and where I options, and I will say Morocco for no, echo semi-finals, name national team, or who send about Yabua, Aman in Saka, a FIFA World Cup national team, name or no, and now okay, or bet me a Casadebiano, or Bacoso, at Odosonco, and so I am Momina, you're from Morocco, because I know a crown, and you're from Morocco, because I know a crown, and Musa we said you saying as an thing our news nemo and the pressure be answer by no so I don't say yen fan to us I don't lami yama obesan so zubio on Philly pressure that as I don't lami yama obesan so zubio on Philly pressure that I know one minute who does some any parents and so I raise a son you know and just some Kodano and so I find a job and to know the best way and support a family because family no and so support no and to the soca pressure e be the word there and it's about what we see on no pressure was it on Philly a pressure wabra over football I know there and ya say I don't know Lamin and the son some and so they are to na Lamin Jamala yedin unko me so Trent obanya picture about comedy ma obehu oni ababa wana ye friend Nikki aya Nicole Madrid coach France Zabi Alonso Alonso ayaten ebem na womomiense anso aya picture no enie dia chane sama so unim sa Lamine Yamal winning every game Spanish La Liga since breaking with Nikki Nicole. Now, idea about when say only about Nikki Nicole Jaya. So say matches our La Liga all winning now. Now when you says go a contribution or former Lamine Jaya no Akrano winning matches our Spanish La Liga Madrid and so Digu one intimate winning games anymore and dear by one some no yet Emamu Ewo Jumedin Sano pay young copy and so England Kakra na Mamia branch friends Wesley Ayafofana one a player at the Chelsea club no okay is a starting for a brand treble Chalobano Chelsea na Omako 3 consecutive matches one and conceded go name and yet there's a Sadian and sweet me to us because a Bobo Corner friends Arsenal for Benyago and no a Mikel Marino a go no na Mamin Fawe and to Gary Kell and Ababa and Tessa Kodawe, her Chelsea for no Ebia Munshana no, also since a Wesley Fofana, a free injury the battle, or Sia Crano, what a comeback. Na Akodano or Bumpers on stay a fit because they watch us so far since of injury by no H.F.N.O. Mammy Fantuga, Mammy Ayam Moises Caicedo, and Ra Caicedo, Econia red card, a attack away on a branch here. Your friend is attacking, of course, a red card. Some the referee Eddie can Emma yellow later and occur VAR and Rebecca said I didn't a red card incident and Anthony Taylor a red card Edema I am Moises Caicedo now about 38 minutes tackle in here now my main fan to say way almost say a violent what I say attack what I say and red card let you know Jamet and Moises Caicedo yes it say a 3-game ban and a Moises Caicedo and so Nyamiya Tuma on Wednesday Wednesday, Chelsea, Ebebo Leeds United, Caicedo, out. Weekend, Chelsea and Bournemouth, Moises Caicedo, out. Sanso and against Everton, Moises Caicedo, Sanso, Mrs. Game, Nina, because of her attack with Enra on Mikel Merino, and Akofa Sanso, and so every player. Now, Abrantia, your friend is Moises Caicedo, Ekonya, Sa red card, and Enrano. So, say this season, 13 matches, Chelsea, I have 7 red cards. Chelsea, they have 7 red cards. They are and it's a trouble Chaloba. One at the red card this season. Robert Sanchez. Keeper no ends when a red card. Abrantia friends Malo Gusto. One also pick a red card this season. Joao Pedro also pick a red card this season. Abrantia friends Liam Delap. And also for a year season so far baby Adri 7 red cards. And Diabana Enra. Abrantia friends Noni Maduke. Returning to a Stamford Bridge. Unsa one no Sinakai. Na Trent Mami Ayako Palmer Enra and Osansumeki a return. Edibaye. Chelsea supporters ne say Nkoso enya di omo ye no nkoso na omo huro aye akodana ya friend said noni matuike video no enya ready ba eno so ade be ma enie ko pama na eye Abrantia friends Chaloba fanama me obe post image we e dey ato abonten after eno game no pensa ekoball eye Chaloba na fono na Chaloba after the game no e wo ba abonten se hwe akora na pra no hankefe pra no share and what the ice after the Niasino, say Nanias Ewonoye, and also what the ice, and so the name referee now Senka or ye red card, Edema Abrantia, your friend is Ayanke Perano, and a Chelsea coach Enzo Maresca, the same incident, and was I didn't know Premier League referees. 10 incident, the same incident as here, one with different interpretations. Now, the other man, Aya Chaloba, that's what the man, Aya player friends. Red card aba somebody in P enko Enfama Gabriel one assistant coach to Mikel Arteta. Makacho said before Arsenal game biano Odikai and I said omo warm up no ebe kwa dressing room a wofre Arsenal defenders and omo quick meeting and right you will say one 2 centre backs no Piero Hankipi any Christian Mosquera oba reference Gabriel but mamisa picture no 2 defenders no and they had the best team omo had a strong side woman consider a goals or no eka sans this woman car we are doing Arsenal or defenders especially woman center backs no one chuma but image in the assistant coach any defenders no and omun come and so so na mami 2 managers no our friends Enzo Maresca and Mikel Arteta after the game do obiaka enye na all the better so idea because obia I want nsema worker we Enzo say onya happy when so achana say bia ka onu say Enzo Maresca onu aye coach Edema Chelsea Edema Tuja after the game say aye game no omo 11 and as a time I'm 11 no not Chelsea aye better and so at the time aye club from Arsenal nem I'm reduce you to aye 10 men and my Arsenal for no and so ebenya aye game go do so no not aye difficult say Chelsea betimi daily with and aye Enzo Maresca and so we are pair and Mikel Arteta and so say I say it's game no so obo entire 45 minutes with aye 10 against 11 or numerical advantage na 10 against 11 went me wenia dodo na be say what disappointing never some answer to da na mama Premier League A table na yenin komo bi say Arsenal ego so early di after say Arsenal about 13 matches Premier League this season say 5 points and a separate club from Arsenal and Man City one want to go City after so no list no so obey Chelsea and so they free second spot na on table na be ba to obenwa debi Arsenal 30 points, City 25, Chelsea 24, Villa 24 points. Mewacho yenyi Arsenal enfrimo Nesha from second position to the 8th position. Liverpool and a toss 8. Mewacho nyabutra udi ready di you table ni day. Neka debi achame. What I say? Urisha from the second place to the 8th place no just 4 points. And a separate two or more. Man City or 25 and Liverpool or 20 1 just at Amamu and so Jumadinus Yanko Aya Rama today. Now young fans the worst month and so the mom Aya Fimo. Na Mama Madre resource the month of November. And a month and the month of November. No oral resource Real Madrid team no answer set America. Only say I just one game and a Madrid for the winning year. No matter what I be trying anyway, me say them results I know about the month of November. Remember we so Madrid Bobo Korun says Salman to only Olympiacos and a side Madrid for Etimia Shomu. Wamu Abu Aye Liverpool, Wamu Elusu Sama Chano, Shanu Omabo Raya Vallecano, Wamu Edro Ayasa game the games no day, Wamu Ensu to me with any Entiano and a Trent Adiabano, Liverpool Shannon 1-0, Vallecano and then goalless, 1 Elche able 2-2, and Obeso Olympiacos 4-3, and Oni Zorona, and Sobo 1-1, and I so far results and a for Madrid. The month of November, and now say you're free November. No, only say we I have 5 matches, and I can next month. Madrid 5 matches. Now over the 2025 now, but we are fair. And I'm games now, and also I can our games are now Madrid for entering rainy. Now the games we are aka. But your trend the only carnival phenomenon. Now you know we watch any one against Bilbao any midweek Wednesday. We are ominous Celta Vigo weekend. One Ebebo Man City, our Champions League. We are one any Deportivo Alaves, Nafi Omabo Sevilla, and so fear, and 2 year Madrid supporter. And yet we I am Madrid Air Club, no penalty, and Mbappe at the toe net. Now, only said 2025 on Quadamax, Mbappe and 60 goals. 2025 Natures are Branton or Onusu Gusua walk on him. I find him a Edema player, your friends are carrying about Pedemum, and any resource I know Epe, and I am Bappy. Yanko, I am Manchester United Kakra. Na Mami United resource against a Crystal Palace because United and a Palace and a AC Omakano this weekend. I am Ra, and we are 12 and a side game in a course. So Manchester United, Yabas Omayajma, would you send before I saw Martino? Now the last 4 matches, Manchester United, Crystal Palace, now United and Winnibi. In fact, no more but just 1 drawn game. Now Omo Aqua Amotenafi, I'm a Palace, Abe Shomu 1-0. Palace Eshomu 4, Wamu Ebo goalless, Palace Esakoshomu 2, and Rade Manchester United at Wamu Esha Crystal Palace 2-1, and no goals are Joshua Zexi, Enyabako, and a Mason Mount, one Ensu Enyabako, internal Aya Diakosua, Yada on some Mamu Ensu Jmoderoso, Mami player friends Bruno Aya Fernandez, because Enra United, 2 goals in an assist, no, every club now, Yafa players are Omu Aya assist the door. Manchester United, I mean, no, can say Bruno Abetoso, I number 4. Na mami aya list no na yewe aya top aya anasa top one no why and aya assess the door Ediama Manchester United yodi kano ayo reference Ryan Giggs 162 assists and Wayama Manchester United Wayne Rooney aya 93 David Beckham aya 80 Bruno Fernandes here can say one ekuta 56 wasan eba na you come back to Spain na mami fan to get a grand derby no elsewhere also and a derby here between Sevilla and Real Betis na mami aya akodana friends Pablo aya Garcia aya akra when you 18 years osia kan at Emma aya bobo friends Betis na unim sa derby no na player sorry player na your friend is Anthony na on ever misses our game no because of a suspension into Anthony na on to me say I can tell Anthony position they na all replacing no aya crown friends Pablo Garcia na a day before game no I was training and na on say Anthony akwatena akra nche yesi ha na o ka bibi edi achi akra no said the derby no wonsie nko so ka cha akra no say a special match enti onfanity and enko onwini bebrebe na onfan ko sa game no video no enti man ke bayi edi achi but Anthony any Pablo Garcia and omote wono and I just want to akra for 18 years and we ko derby ono na replace no enti otu for and yema na also to me here in fact and football so ko kama because Sevilla team no womo etna fema Betis ever so 2-0 na Anthony na nkasa on some medical as go and Anthony celebrating the goal no and Sevilla supporters na masa onye okay on and our celebrity na any attend your meeting. Obo say or the video them obo say them for kura 20 am answer baby no mo no glass ewe nim enti to ade kura ebebo glass na enko na hwe papa mpanin for obi na ye middle finger na ba cho mo find me na and the course ni be o say timi paint ade no na o see Anthony celebrity Betis for go Betis supporters and answer Sevilla supporters say there be on trying any class of celebrity or wo yi o mai and just omundi Anthony one 18 attempt ono crash just ahano cra enu ayetiaba yede on some eba mo ewo dwumagene so boss supporters no munya botre Trent Mami Hans Flick this same stage last season and after this season we got supporters be enyi say season where the man said ankoye ewo aye league mo enfama aye Barca club na mom o transidi now aye so far matches I know after 14 rounds no Hans Flick the second season no it is the first season now maybe to numbers in 2024-25 season Hans Flick this same stage now our 34 points now we're winning 11 matches no lose 2 and no draw 1 and the last season the first season the second season the season way the same stage our 34 points we're winning 11 we lose 2 and I draw 1 and you're the same name of the only difference and it's a last season also 42 goals at this stage no conceded 14 this season was at 39 and we conceded 16 and to goals no and a difference name of in terms of wins any drawn games and after defeat any points are bibia pay goals no and assessa and jatia yadon some mamu ewojumede so na mami Alejandro Ganacho Chelsea a player enra off the bench and a bad game no Abrana London derby no enso akoso no na Ganacho mami friend to say premier 100 matches premier league no enti Ganacho enye the youngest player players now one of the youngest 21 years 152 days and or the 100 games Premier League obi to say Gabriel Martinelli Nidiano 22 years 125 days Richarlison 22 years 303 days Moises Caicedo 23 years 663 days Brentford friends Gabriel Jesus 23 years 103 days into where Ganacho, the youngest South American player, and Nuno Mendes, Portugal for one episode World Cup for Cristiano Ronaldo. Now, Maxwell and Ronaldo Becca say World Cup for any dream, and on your obsessed, sir, Obaji World Cup. And World Cup 6 matches and everyone because Ubin Bobo Ronaldo na and Rebecca Nas make us we Ebeka fan some about Ronaldo as I am World Cup any dream. Only said they no cause as and Rafael and super post as a dream. There's a World Cup dream. And then Nuno Mendes and so Portugal one episode World Cup no Edema Cristiano Ronaldo. Maybe Nuno Mendes Montuma dream Samu Jama Monyemfa Ronaldo there or sing your dream. And I don't know what the baby. And Mendes, someone I'm person who called him a World Cup. Oh, sir. Over so Joe World Cup, and the says over defeat Ronaldo in some kind. And dear, Mammy Fawe enter ya, Mammy, a adventure, your friend is Rafinha, and in Pedri, for me and Mammy. Mammy Fawe enter a new say, now Kupoya Tomotana, Unsa Barca, body at Atletico Madrid. Mammy fancy your hands to flick, Ebena Quina. I started a Pedri and Rafinha in one game since September. One entry more and so prior and Yankopo Admo manager no ebetia start on and so their boom in the same game. And I did here. Minya reports a Pedri ever started game no name the maintenance Obabo there's 70 minutes na Mama Pedri and so quatranche and I later said Antoine Semenyo Diamante anope any Semenyo Emame reporter me say any move no so say over to Liverpool for quoting and Ayati Diamante and anope and it's a say Pep Guardiola and Manchester City for no yes amateur Man City for amateur for Abrantia your friend is Antoine Semenyo the matter ground say Pep mo percentka January because Maxwell almost say AFCON ebebaso Oma Mamush ebe koni ade na Jesse Pep wahwe semenyo din akwara o file ne pa who is a born Olympia enti the mente and is a Pep epesen komu fa chire din ka Liverpool ebe ba no na sign the release clause of 60 plus air 5 no nenka omu Man City for na kotua e di ama aye Bournemouth no ma fa akwara no eno aye reporter men say ka e di free aye Antoine Semenyo so e ba yet eba mo e wo dwumede no so Maxwell Sergio Ramos yeso person ko World Cup now say beto ya Ramos epeso free aye Mexico ne club no Montreal opeso free ono ba aye Europe na yes omoni intermediaries we edin komo ama yes AC Milan onsa na nsemu a mota monitor ensure no be story say Milan club no as omo epe aye center back a as nani afi our experience Emma aye Thiago Silva nidin eba betodwa yes aye intermediaries no age na sansem no so and akwa Sergio Ramos say Ramos no so no Opeso oba yase Ramos ani abre a chese oni sankofo no enso edin komo on betime me deal no enso aseli true nenko abebo ediama AC Milan omo club no eno aya branch friends Sergio Ramos eni edin won sam enso de tuja ewo ayeso no so no pema menkel se aye TK Boache electrical sadaruma se chroma tropical cables of all kinds any sizes no aye TK Boache electricals any to be 1.5 mm ubenya 2.5 aye 4 mm 6 mm 10 mm and 16 mm nyano nko wom ewo ceiling light electrical fittings conduit light street light spot light chandeliers and fan light wom nyana TK Boache electricals ewo bi wom ewo adum Malcolm Prempere 2nd Street one ma and TK Boache electricals so your numbers no 0558 597 633 0558 597 633 na woni TK Boache electricals enkasa mamenka sem ye din komano pe no na se bi enso Ariama aye T20 Ventures makacho se T20 Ventures omo na akofa insura tomato aye ketchup no enso dia ba me show mo amotunto nwane no mo amo pretty restaurant ahodo no se mo benya aye ketchup aye kama aba customers aba wo me sanso be biema manenya aye insura tomato ketchup I free T20 Ventures be ba cho we no wenya wo chips bi wenya wo burger bi ananse bia wo favorite snack bi na wo pe aye ketchup e dia wono a manenya insura tomato ketchup no and one echo na every T20 Ventures nyano kwa wamu edi adom eye oyster sauce edi aba insura superior eye dark sauce edi aba ena adom dark sauce eye sauce ni nyina bi omni aba se wo pese wuto se wo pese otone maako ni nyina T20 esebra eye Bantama market opposite VIP station what by or announce G number the fray 0556 533 174 0556 533 17 we say university wo kroma say na omo e bi enso ko na mamenka o say eba aye water storage say oba kura nso dia mananya polytank because ano ana e papa eno ana you say Ghana obi enim polytank eye papa polytank yes papa no ano no na polytank say December wo e say charge and na 1st December be so ura aye polytank wo authorized dealer shop bi a wo dia kwa so pe aye sumo ana say sumo aye supermodel no wo to wi amen kwotwan na je wa chede ye che wade ama wo dia koma mo fran enso ofie we aye giveaway sa polytank enso aye me ba menka o say ye wo hippo rumble aye sumo ene sumo super no ni nyina bi ho eno so dia wo to no say guaranteed of aye quality and now some kweto akra kwade polytank ene meko use aye kama papa enum aye de tiere no ma menfa we enso ento ya say musically yours as young country event organizers mo amobo gigs ene mo amoye studio aye sessions ni nyina say omakofa machines no papa ediaba sa wo pesa woto anasa wo pesa wo han no eye musically yours and akofa ni nyina bi dia ba me show wo at the top tier mixes digital decks eye Behringer X2 and X32 and a Wink Midas M32 wom edibi diaba sound no almost sound no ya more powerful sound line array mid bass speakers sound so and the full amplification systems wom di bi ediaba and after almost musician essentials Abdom to follow eba ayatama and pearl drums no after microphones no show ninyina yedi bi aba keyboard no Yamaha and Roland yedi ninyina bi edi aba quality combos ninyina musically yours akofa bi aba na almost afa eba lighting na beam aye strobe LED stage lighting back air packages no wama kofa ninyina bi aba and after rechargeable Bluetooth speakers microphones that can DJs any studio no aye pani and Numac controllers any studio monitors no ninyina musically yours say wama kofa papa party bi enso di aba na omo ewo Accra Zongo Lane adjacent Children Hospital and Edum Kumasi so omo ha di omo number na from musically yours na kwacho niema ninyina 0244 264 710 0244 264 710 na wonu amu enim komo soldier mentholated balm soldier mentholated powder no maka wasem e dia kire se oya bia oya adwumadene obedru fie wa bre honam ye oya te soldier mentholated balm ne bi we yemfa ntwitwi ye de srasra fasrasra eye widie ne adwumade be kino o dendenden no akoye wadwuma eye powerful sanso na soldier mentholated powder wa rashes air skin no use soldier mentholated hair powder e ma skin eto so kama eye GC brand enya na ko nekopa bi eto maminka say December we nyankopo ya aduma on the 25th of December 2025 yenyina ye hyiamu ewo Rotary Park na we eye Obuasi Bitters night with the stars Obuasi Bitters night with the stars ewo eye Rotary Park sanu so date ni bio eye Christmas Day 25th of December 2025 na the lineup no eye Kwadwantwi the maestro eye Kofi Kenata Girl them Sugar Kiddy Sanso and Mr. All for Real for Ramponsa and I feel Kwabena Omunina on one stage and Yasem Katua ya na ya de Jackie and Sanso the P was so kama na lineup we Kasana Betia almost the encounter was a well a regular ticket a 200 Ghana VIP a 400 Ghana and I bet you make a table reservation for 5 or 10 and also a limited slots pay na ticket no betobia dial a short code way star 714 star 399 hash star 714 star 399 hash now you will take it make sure for table reservations no and I feel also personal enquiries be a for 0244 602 800 0244 602 800 and 0248 000 090 na yankasa Christmas Day we the mentena fie a night with the stars we a your Obuasi Bitters and after Obuasi 442 le call omna dia bana powered by multimedia group maminka obi o se a warp travel and tour omadaroma se akonto mu nsam no anya fasika breme ne koda me nkoje visa famro da bi wo mu de ne se omo se nya sa no mo ye de ne se wo de bra wo ba ye ne wankasa and a go through process no na ye kyerɛw aya visa guidance ekoya befa so a wobenya aya visa because enya yen ene ye kwaje visa no ade abro do ye be ye se o documents a be hia ye beboa wo said you be see arrange documents no eba interviews a questions e be bisa wo any answers are because so wa hunu aya wa asam ka broni ebe sign wo be ba cho ne nyina no eye warp travel and tour afei wo mo school admission to travel packages ne nyina no warp travel and tour for eye ne nyina kama enti say UK Schengen and also Asia no for warp travel and tour 0549 674 103 0549 674 103 Kumasi Ubenwamo ewo Ahonjo Roundabout Solar Center Accra wamo ewo Atlantic Mall Atomic Junction and Afe Junction Mall ehon somo warp travels almost we take you aye places M2S Evergreen digital print maminka ose omo and eba digital posters aye banners wedding, any funeral invitation cards, digital customized school cloth, corporate air cloth, Samsung and digital embroidery printing, invoices, receipt, 3D when you know, and it can M2S Evergreen digital printer for ye trying your podium. Sokoban Abuabukase Cement Johnson, Trade Obuasi Road, and I 0244 893 544 0244 893 544 na woni enkasa Kenny Ross Internet Solution as you go so your promotional this year December na we my hostel owners any hostel managers no we mo KNUST, KSTU, Christian Service, Amstead, Garden City, Ghana Baptist University, was a full coverage setup and network connectivity, free, untiari, Wabayani in a so the Montiveso, Frekani Rose, CA, and in new come, normal set up a host on MFAMO 0208 282810 0208 282810. No African rules. Omataruma, Yanfa first batch no NCWA, na Yemu Enfama, a chairman BKB. I should know him about your phobia. Yebesan so much teachable. Ma Yemuma.
All right, I'm on a name some Nandi Cassias. Amano Christian. You're games in the
well, I'm saying the biggest game. Me share a lineup now. No, who said I be near Manchester and Kuyi for the, especially for Arsenal, because in your last game against Bayern. By Munich by 3-1. Sir, I plan to find Lewis Kelly and the boss I gave no left back. But over the weekend, now money Chelsea bono. Coach need drop a Lewis Kelly and a ball Calafiori.
Sir, Lewis Kelly, no, the man started against Bayern, no. Na Calafiori will knock be no or 50-50, no 100. Into number so very risky in the Lewis Kelly bo na later number. But na Lewis Kelly modern mono.
And the uniform
and we
and a
Calafiori, but Calafiori is there. I can't do too much. I mean, or your centre back or your left back.
Your left back be on ma or you're more attacking. But we can't left back will defend it. See and defend the Mawa Calafiori.
Yeah.
Chairman, when was the last time I Arsenal ball game? I'm with 2 centre backs in the movie. Ahead ya baako beko.
Yeah.
Baako kwa baako ya available na baako aba beka no. The last time Arsenal ball game, Arsenal 2 centre backs, Saliba, any Gabriel, Mobino, Chairman, 2023. And I'm boy ya. Nasa 2 players no, and available. That day, Arsenal played against Southampton. No, we are relegated already. And Arsenal ball game 1, 4 and 5 when you're available. Arsenal won that game by 2-1. But the opposition now, Arsenal team has our results no. Chairman, and yes, our opposition be na omoni omusia enrado. And fini die. Chairman, see the kaka. Yes, Arsenal fini pikin hu. So katawania, players miensa, Boston fini no. Declan Rice, Zubimendi, and Abrantia, your friend Eberechi Eze. Attack and also there against Bayern Munich. Some ball trouser and a start here and a trouser prior and a branch friend Martinelli Ebesha na 9. Eti enra game there Martinelli and Casa the start here and I became Merino with us Arsenal any striker and I'm a striker no echo off kakra our free bench in Ebano Mikel Merino and a start attack no and a Bukayo Saka chairman on any day no me sure say any Arsenal coach bia lineup the first player we train needing so prayer brantia your friend Bukayo Saka Chelsea and said I major changes bia Robert Sanchez na that goal post to Malo Gasto Ebo right back Abrante Feno Fofana Eri Chaloba Eri Marco Correa Chama say no Reece James you know they say no Chama obey midfielder o say Reece James no right back no Chelsea bomb Malo Gasto no side Reece James abefa Abrante your friend Kaiser who but Chama I think that the game was too physical on him say your ball be 38 minutes na cast in Susao. You started game now as early as the 5th minute, and as we meant the yellow card. Chairman, now there be all the yellow cards we deserving. Because chairman on the tackling now. Now according yellow card as early as the 5th minute today. Now me scared they say why have brand here. Your friend is Zubimendi. Ain't me we game no. Chairman on also card we na 6 minutes later, and I brand friend Marco Correa. And so called the yellow card. Chairman, Marco Correa also able against Bukayo Saka. Now 11 minutes into the game, on a Christian Mosquera, and so a yellow card. And a Calafiori, and so 27 minutes, Chairman, on Sukonya a yellow card. And he plays a C Academy Arsenal, no Chairman, or more or one a second a yellow card. And I'm watching Kaisedo 38 minutes, Chairman. Okodi a red card. Game no yenya 7 yellow cards in the PA game na Kaisedo any 1 red card and so 8 also. And I think say the we are red card and any yellow card ni follow no. Emma game too physical, especially in the first half. Chairman, the mama Chelsea and Yajini said they limited Arsenal to 8 shot with a numerical disadvantage. Chairman, only say the fewest number of shots are Arsenal since they started Premier League on March the 1. March the 1 able game. Now Arsenal ain't shot no. And I'm Man City, we now say shot no. Mekai said the next time Arsenal be the fewer number of shots no. October 2024 against Bournemouth. And Arsenal ball game when you shot 8 or less. Again, Arsenal now fewer shots no. FAC 11 shot against Chelsea. Over with the man down. Chairman, sir 11 shot in Arsenal FAC the most faced by Arsenal since March the 1 in the Premier League against 11. But you played against a team where you a man down, but that team about 11 shot against Arsenal. And time see since March the 1, ABC said my maker say Arsenal more game behind the Premier League offensive 11 shot. They are talking to me and sir, I remember Arsenal disappointed and they said you have to go back to 2010 and Arsenal any Liverpool able game. Joko any red card in the first half. Arsenal and winning. Since then, Arsenal able game now opponent any red card in the first half. Young game now Arsenal at least half a win. Ben Radier for the first time since 2010 against Liverpool and Arsenal ball game. Etia Timwa. Onya red card in the first half, but still Arsenal and to me and win the game. But chairman, there's something interesting. ABR game also. When him say against traditional competitors in Nino, since the way Arsenal win be. Chairman, so game also. You drew against Man City. You lost to Liverpool and then Ramone Chelsea. And so about draw. And you win
back against United.
What the United are cut big teams no say.
Hey, now United is a big team. Oh.
But against Liverpool, we lose 1-0. Against Man City 1-1. And then money Chelsea so Chairman Musu Mutimi ebo 1-1. And that is one thing Bema quite disappointed. Chairman, Yababo game in baby na man for Saturday Nandi Kai. So I had a battle between Abrante and Caicedo. And the Declan Rice. Because discussions are about Bontini and he said between Declan Rice and Moses Caicedo, why they are better? Mayana Pesa comparison, let's begin to admire Mumi and say Moses Caicedo Nimbo, Sansuna Declan Rice, and so Nimbo. But Abranti friend no Caicedo, any red card no player or impress me pa. Etimi dominate here. Chama, you are playing against Arsenal with Declan Rice, Zubimendi. Any Abrantia, your friend no Eze, and a bomb Finfino, and for Abrantia friend Rhys James, a natural midfielder to dominate and play the game as he played. Chairman, it was so amazing. Yeah, we are game, Chairman, on a man of the match. Now, made the touches and the passes are a trend. Chairman, baby, are not Rhys James air passes in the corner. The attempted passes, Nina Ababa, Chairman, they are missing those in the red arrow. It's a trend de bar. Chama every single pass be or 2 year biano. Chama econonym. Look at the attempted passes. They are missing and those in the red colors. Chama 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And a complete 26 passes as a defender, chairman, obo and midfield. Now beyond a passes are ultimate complete no. Chairman, Shebebi and Rhys James Ejina all over the pitch. Say or the hit man now here baby chairman now Branty ni tagina midfield ni nyina every single position biano now who Branty your friend Declan Rice and for him to dominate in that midfielder Arsenal one of their strongest department midfield and for Rhys James chairman Rhys James touches in the Rhys James had 50 touches and look at baby chairman every single part of the pitch in now Rhys James available or every single part of the pitch and I think that the way he played very very beautiful or deserve a man of the match award but chairman Chelsea de bakubia how mo and say baby season nasa Chelsea antimi anyi trophy na wanyi Premier League na chairman because of red cards. Red cards at Chelsea, Chama, they need to limit it. After 13 games, Yabo with 13, Chelsea had the air 4 red cards. Now share a Premier League, a disciplinary a table now. Timwa had the red card cry on we next to air Chelsea, Chama a 2 pay. a team a friend no Wolverhampton Wanderers at the two red cards, West Ham at the 2 red cards, and a Newcastle at the 2 red cards. Where many teams are at the red cards more? Chelsea at the 4 red cards as early as the 13 minutes. You have to go back, chairman, as far back by 2015, 2016, and above with 13, and at Chelsea at the 5 red cards. But red card not Chelsea, chairman, all of them had a negative influence in the game. Mekai said, I'm in Manchester United. They lost the game. But baby, I'm lose game, the 5th minute. And I'm goalkeeper echo the red card. Chairman, you are playing against Manchester United. Game away. You starting game now, 5 minutes into the game, then your goalkeeper echo the red card. A very difficult so bet me win this game, no. Yeah, we game, no. Not Chelsea, LUC game, no, by 2-1. I remember, sir, I'm on air Brighton. A branch of friend Chaloba. Eddie red card 58 minutes chairman time wa aye Chaloba Eddie red card no na Chelsea LED game no by 1-0 but Chaloba Eddie red card in we no yeah pro game no na Chelsea lose game no by 3-1 and then again chairman me sure say Bianca red card na ma the way Chelsea were playing 11 against 11 no chairman Bianca betimi and so etimi win game no but the opposite side they say now, Mr. Roster, one na Arsenal player, I could bet the red card.
The red card, yellow card,
but only say Ateta, I got 20 games. I they play any red card.
Last year, oh baby, they need JJ.
Yes,
last 2 years,
but time now.
Granit Xhaka,
we play the yellow card no. Anytime no the yellow card no. Now the fear was that one of them every second bookable offense. Now the player need air off. But the real players no team compare to about the remaining minutes now or more the red card no. I think say one aspect of the game one Arsenal would need to Chelsea would need to work on it. And yes one bit me affect to me pa. But chairman Kukurea any second so battle they say so Mr. Kukurea no wa la me yama ho adwuma wa che we so no sala so no chairman wa sala ho adwuma so the next battle no be aba be hwe no Kuku any Bukayo Saka but chairman that be am kase good players like Saka no they just need a moment go na Arsenal say no chairman on the way of turning no time bia no ye na Kukurea e be so force Saka to the right Saka onye right footed player ball no to Saka right chairman the bayan so be cross on to me cut in it will pushing out in the right na chairman it has so be cross and so be ball no but one moment chairman ultimate turning in and out and the ball back to and left no and a Saka cross no and man make Cameroon and the ball to net but chairman only say make Cameroon and run the goal no and 10 goal for club and country for this season.
It looks like, especially for
Spain, yeah.
For Spain, yeah.
Almost just like 6, you know. Now me Cameroon no air hat trick and go no send and run no. Goal number 10 for club and country. And I think sir, just one single moment no nya you know. Chairman and the make the difference. Chairman Medical Carry James, amazing player. James and acquire go na consider you know. Goalkeeper the reaction. There was a cross first. Ankle walk and also be late. And also buy the real size etimi react here a parry board man call corner no chairman I was so impressed star corner no and a James Ekoboye on say abobia call then be the corner sha man for I
say yeah medicine will be a taste of it
yes and now this corner no
the young microphone
and this corner the but chairman sometimes you pay attention to small details chairman had here and what a way in TVC sabo we chairman Senka ma when can go there was a cross Timber menyes was no ya where so bi gina dachi and onya flick no Senka bi sa to Timber e ma Timber jabo no and Yokaras epin bow ya chairman nanka first goal Arsenal the game no echo by 2-1 and I think say chairman game ni the results na call ni there we are very satisfied but a branch of friend Robert Sanchez
Chelsea goalkeeper he had a great game
then come me obuana
but now at the point Chelsea for no can be nyini but the game I would die
yeah best start season unta Chelsea for compare AC Milan for goalkeeper Magminan e ma make say so Chelsea for ebo Champions League ebo a Premier League no betimi agidia goalkeeper Robert Sanchez but since you call the Club World Cup chairman Ebesi Samri no Saupe one of the best goalkeepers in the Premier League and to a large extent in the world Robert Sanchez chairman Abranti Feno Martinelli ebo short be Kappa short the way Otimi dive here far ball no there was one occasion so chairman where a double save And I think that some of the players back who are almost standing out every match on the night. We reach James through on one. The next player, chairman, will make a very, very, very good impression for himself. No, Chelsea goalkeeper. And I think, sir, chairman, he has come really, really, really good. And we're here, Jumano.
Okay.
Liverpool share West Ham 2-0.
I find for Liverpool.
So my brache. Key point in the chairman.
Isaac scored. Isaac scored.
And then the first goal. By the first goal in the Premier League. And a branch friend Salah went to the bench. Do you remember the last time Salah went to the bench?
So no one can say Salah no you come on na
Salah a player now and drop up. Last year Nakasa Salah and Trambencha come on for the fight man. But nay amount for no come fight Salah last season no. Can't say Salah should be bench. Chairman, the last time Mohamed Salah Liverpool started game in the Premier League. Salah started from the bench was against the same West Ham in April 2024. Na Jurgen Klopp and SA change no. Ye we game na ye bisa Salah say. Na dey say, chairman, was it if I speak there will be fire. Okay, so state.
On a club class.
Club bench against West Ham. Memra coach na bench and because of the form no woman some benching Mohamed Salah. Chairman, there's nothing. Mohamed Salah up for 53 consecutive Premier League. Chairman, you know started. But form lenye and a coach the bench now. Or benching you so the chairman when you results. And let's be frank. A branch of any air Florent Vetino. Ya cannot say and fire. But Enra Oshe game now. Chairman, he was simply amazing. The link up play, the all drop a budget ball, now also apply air ball so the man air attackers was simply amazing. The only thing is that Liverpool any reverse kept a clean sheet and they won the game. And I think that they can build upon this. Their candidate chairman, they will need to be very, very consistent. So also game where we now next game Okolusi and now one year consistent chairman. Pressure now about Liverpool so the chairman it will come back. And I think that results chairman and the pressure now from their mom. Their candidate how do they build upon this and remain consistent going forward?
Okay, Maggie.
Chamo.
Remember also now, of course, it's been a very good weekend for Liverpool.
Yeah.
Especially Liverpool United. Also United and so after lose with against 10-man Everton. No, also my baby. Well, almost win, and of course the Arsenal draw. Then we come to the other leagues. Oh, yeah, Napoli versus AS Roma.
Yeah,
Napoli winning that game. It means that Napoli are better off all the top teams.
Yeah.
Oh, how many top teams in I almost say Inter 3-1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And against Roma, it's almost set the top of the table. Matches now.
Napoli problem is not my way. On my way performance very, very terrible. Even in the champions, also in the league. And I didn't Napoli echo pie on home performances. But of course, Roma also has been very solid that way. Any home but Roma games, one thing they say, chairman, fact goals be Brema. Even when they are winning, they say 1-0, Aquabe 2-2-1 and all that. So now you say it's going to be a low scoring game. But for Napoli to beat Roma at home, nobody expected that coming. Because now it was like, looking at the way Napoli they were away, and Roma so far on my pick, and at least they might get a draw. But Napoli is show championship stuff because they really want to go all out and win the league again. And I think that this win, Chema and kick it but don't even forget the champions they went to Netherlands. Back. So I think it's a good win for Napoli to pick that 3 points away at Roma. And don't see Roma next game number, but I think 1.7 or so, or I forgotten team or chairman the next game Roma will kwakoshe because our minds are more different. And chairman already Serie A table now. Almost all the big teams are up there. And AC Milan, Napoli, Roma, Inter Munina, and teams like Como and even Bologna. Also, Bologna a very good season this season. Almost papa. Even in the Europa League, they were able to win, but almost transferred the about the league. And they almost but I think they are playing their game today. And if they are able to win, almost be to make a push it to the top. So clearly speaking, looking at the Serie A, the traditional teams now in Michema, a push it to the top. And when these things are happening, certainly my league is very, very interesting. And these days, anytime there is a Serie A, almost there are a lot of matches. So Napoli, any Roma boy a big game. Ebia Lazio, any AC Milan boy a big game. Empo say Inter Milan cry bought the likes of Udinese money idea. You just can't predict how the game is gonna be. Amana very, very, very interesting. I think that is good for the Serie A. But chairman, Arsenal and Chelsea, I think say 1 point each no being Obiaye, okay. And I said lucky to get that point. Why am I saying that? Going into the game, like we said, Arsenal centre backs too were not present. Oshe Saliba ni Gabriel. Obibeka says so many Obio, but that's not the case. These players have played for 162 games together. Into Omar forming some solid partnership at the back. So when all two are not there, Santa would you be banner say about be may shift. Possibly say ni pan crabbe to me aboniana omboniye it to me Nti Arsenal see a team here, we know them, they are very strong when it comes to their defense. Just as Chelsea so in recent time. Nti be almost strength and kasawo. Now where you two players at Chemo na about 162 games in your free or no. Now take a certain shine away from there. Again, there is also a player behind the trump card, Trossard. Chairman, in recent games, only player wise unlucky the opponent's winning for Arsenal, where there is no way to go. He's the player who is able to unlock that thing. He was also out because of an injury. He was absent. Jorge Odegaard, Gyökeres, even for Martinelli, they are also working their way out to full fitness in the game. Instead, Arsenal has struggled for rhythm in the attack in the whole of the game. Now, Chelsea on the other side, the chairman, going into the game, no almost so form. Say a steady Chelsea, no, because the last 6 games of no more winning 5, draw 1. And just looking at the teams of Neon Boy, beating Barcelona that way, no, chairman, no almost a lot of your friends say rhythm in their camp. I say excitement or what they are going all out. So they decided that after beating Barca, are they going to lose to Arsenal in the next game or not? For people to say they are beating Barca was a fluke. No. So they made up their mind that although money Arsenal, no, Omunya the best of Arsenal in recent time. Because the last 11 games, the Chelsea have won just 1 between money Arsenal in the league. So they be Arsenal although most of the games say to me a draw there, but Arsenal the higher advantage, but they will make sure that they will play not to lose. That was the system I hear. So even when they went down by 1 man red card, they were still attacking. And that is the system. And so Chelsea bravery now, or they approach big games. So because sometimes in Marco, some of the teams, including my own team, was even when because called down, they will start say defend but they decided to still want to go for attack, and that was brilliant. They still had the first goal, but of course you can't rule us now from not scoring in games that they play. They're gonna get goal, because let's even ask ourselves, when was the last time maybe Arsenal ball match maybe Kromanfa ball and Tottenham? So that was also, it was Arsenal were going to score. Then again, also in the London derbies, in the last 11 or so, if I'm right, Arsenal so they concede not more than a goal. Either they will not consider, they will concede just a goal. It's not me who Chelsea so many balls betting a better Arsenal, but Chelsea say not still Arsenal fighting back to get there. But baby uncle was down by time was a goal. A game win on Barca ball Sanshe, and they a hooker crabby, but say Bianca ye back all out that they might get back. But Arsenal still took it to them and also got a goal. That was good. And looking at Arsenal, chairman, they played Spurs. Oba Bayern Munich. And on my boy Chelsea, Chema etwaso. And it's when you draw things say okay. Because these are big, almost a Spurs 4-1, almost a Bayern Munich. Because they can say Bayern the air say Tottenham so debut no multi-tiomo crying playing Tottenham, Bayern Munich and Chelsea. Chema now only 2 wins and a draw. I think is okay. So they are still unbeaten in 17 games. For me, I think that both teams okay. Then last but not the least, Arsenal call Old Trafford. Omako Anfield, Omako St. James's, and Omako Stamford Bridge, and they are still leading the league by 5 points.
Well, Potoji say, I have said that Arsenal leading the EPL is like a Boboya leading a convoy in Siaga. It's just 9 points difference after 13 games. So no care about Arsenal and Liverpool. When still are OGDs.
9 points. 9 points.
Yeah, talk about Liverpool who cannot win 2 or 3 games consecutively. So it's our Liverpool team, no team because I run now. Yeah. Then you can start making a case like that. But say we are talking about Liverpool. Osheba Kunde.
No,
we are we are Sansen. We are Sheba. Liverpool, Chelsea. And I ask my fan, you see, Arsenal Chelsea the ball league.
Yes, Man City quite inconsistent.
Man City quite inconsistent. Chelsea consistent, especially with regards to big games. And Chelsea who. Oh, the Michi. But it's not Chelsea for and the go coach so Enzo Maresca and on Yadi and on the changes and on the one and the one Bibia. I guess they say the team need to keep Momo and ice cold Palmer and Zoba.
Yeah.
What I say? It's a chance. I will be no run now, mo pen or team or mo pet, and it's hard, you know. The chance for me, I feel that Chelsea will want to challenge yourself for the title. Yes, I.
Chelsea problem is when they are playing against smaller teams now.
Now say now, I hear
more mobile bigger teams, you know, or mobile smaller teams now. Now more drop your points if they are able to play at the same level or mobile big teams, you know, when they are playing against smaller teams now. Maybe Chelsea a team to watch, but what can man do that same?
Aye.
Since they won the Clasico. I'm not really one game pay.
I'm not really one pay.
It was against Valencia.
Because the last time I'm ball, I think I'm number 1-1 against Girona. I'm 2-2 against Elche. I'm goalless with Rayo Vallecano.
The last 3 away games, you know, in the league, in normal draw.
The last almost Barca in the Clasico we almost only Valencia 4-0. And on draw me inside. Chama teams on draw to them. I'm draw against Rayo Vallecano.
Rayo goalless.
We league table so I'm also 11th. I'm draw 2-2 against Elche. We league table no so Elche also 10th. How many Girona na ball 1-1 and run? Girona also 18th for the league table. 18th. And it's not person the league now. Teams like Girona along there, Chama 3 points away. In between the same period now, the games are Barcelona able. Barcelona Elche by 3-1. Barca Elche Celta Vigo by 4-2. Barca Elche Bilbao the last before this game, no. Elche Bilbao 4-0. And then Barcelona Alaves Elche the come Sam Alaves and take Bako. Even though Enra game Barca considered very early in the game. You started game na Alaves and now the ball two at them. But Abrante friend Rafinha is back. Daniomo about the best game of the season so far. Manchester coach Nika said Daniomo at the same level there. Then Barca can compete. That period now. Real Madrid airdropping points, you know. Barca also picking maximum points at the same period. After the Clasico, Maso, Barcelona 5 points behind Real Madrid. Okaya. The ball Clasico New Year, no. Barca behind Real Madrid by 5 points. A free Clasico ni besi neno. Barca leading Real Madrid by 1 point. Real League table no so Chama they have Barca was 34, Real Madrid was 33. And one thing about the crying is that Enya Crano, Barcelona has 39 goals and they are conceded 16. Real Madrid has 29 goals. The goal difference between Barcelona and Real Madrid, no, even though Madrid won Mbappe, Madrid they share, but Madrid has 29 goals, Barcelona has 39 goals. That be American, so Real Madrid depends so much on Mbappe for goals. On this and goals in the mano, Chama de sofa. I had done Mbappe has so many goals, or still goals in the baby. But Barca has 10 more goals than goals are Real Madrid that Timache. The reason is very simple. When Mbappe doesn't score, Vinicius the mark. Rodrigo Cradi, I see a couple 2 years in or more on far born to them. Mayford does also contribute to goals. No. And that's and I think that's one very careful. Chama at this stage, you know, any beach league title. No. They are not playing so well.
Okay, well, you're on because I can see a time say, but Real Madrid for mom so kaka. Your games so throughout this week. Another week of football. Because Real Madrid yena enye
that's support Real Madrid then.
No. Omo ya La Liga now say omo ya amana ye bibi ododo. Now about 3 games. Ultimate winning.
Draw. Team omo nya.
Rayo goalless.
Team no mo.
Elche 2-2.
Omo konto kwa. Players need more campaign.
Looking at the performance they had.
Yeah, Chama, they have stars
against Olympiacos in the Champions League.
And also na the best too.
But even though they conceded, but fighting back and the positivity around it. Number best year still that's a new message gunde. I mean against Girona. Team are already and good for them. Yamra League is Yamra Ghana Premier League also.
We win. That's how when you red for you behind England red, Ghana red, no behind.
I didn't know that's what
they are making me. Well, he never cried the message, so he never got one win. He never got one win.
Well, what's the folk? Any vision? I mean, I'm sure say all the highlights available already. Yeah, but share a hearts of folk a win after that said drone games are a series of drone games are now omanyano. I agree with it too. Anyway, today, yeah, also you have league matches and so and goalless. Bechem United, anyhow, how I could say Bechem a come you know. Emomu timu baako. Baby any Gold Stars at home, Biana Stars by 1 goal to 0. So I give them a very, very interesting game. I mean, looking at two teams, new BR players. Any Omomode Mono. Emma give me Baby any Gold Stars release I give no by a lone goal. But second, All Blacks, Neo, Sanso, and Young Apostles, Neo Minu. There's also go MPO. Much goals PM over the weekend. No, Asante Goroko enemy Diema. In fact, Midiama scored in the 5th minute and in the 18th minute. Derek Fojo and you see Mubarak. Of course, Fojo the Obi and him also Amikum boy. No ball and so and he had a goal for Midiama. Asante Goroko fought back, especially in the second half. Emra Pitami Duakwa. Enya the consolation for the pulley one back for Asante Goroko 90+5. And Samba O'Neal. And so, Enya the equalizer for Asante Kotoko. Honsono, there was some. Maxi, very good win for us because Nazena as we are not namno.
Yeah. Yeah, Chairman. It was a Yankazami said that you shame back.
It's Ora, minim trying to the better so the Amaya. Niahe.
Sanya, then Ghana born, I say a yen nyomabi. Na it me some fun into my perfra going forward. Nti so mo yes and your man things say good. But the emane ka say let's give them the benefit of the doubt because omo ne kuta team. Nti bia che mo nim bibia to na results emma no masa ka so mo ba Accra because the main reason panty omo fra Accra is the results emma because ma obehwe heart e wa has been winning game no edne. And here why ya dia draw. That stuff no enye championship stuff. It's clearly speaking, I think that the win there was okay from Mawuli Wayo.
Also has a booking point
that at some point they will play, and which is very normal in the game. That try to control them when they are in good shape, and then try to exploit when you can find the right spaces. I think that we found the right spaces, but still we need to improve on our decision making. We need to improve on our decision making, more especially when to play. The game of football is simple. You know, sometimes we are more complex, and in the complications of decisions in some key moments, which tends out to burn out our energy levels, and which is sometimes I think is very unnecessary.
I know you could get the drama in Insama now Chichimu right after game, you know, and also and some no. I am ready the other games. I had to go ahead live on YouTube and on Facebook. These are young guys. In fact, as a folk almost supporters chairman Yusuf Sana or Basi or Mobile Stadium. Now I know it was a sort of fan way school be muno ye any in if I don't know more about Chichimunano pay on a FM. No chim say on one schools in the aiding como. Schools in Kurano no somo. No, but for instance, if you make a primary school, you got arrange with the school, say be a weekend and crowd them. If they gather in the school, now the bus are conform. You go to the stadium, we are not support. We do baby no. Omo benyin in the stadium, OBNC stadium. Want you know yet an initiative or the Abanti, a very good one by the Hearts of Folk chairman.
3 games before Omo Enra game no. Na hasin she go. They lost 1-0 to Kotoko. Omni Swedu All Blacks about 0-0. And Omni Young Apostles about 0-0. So 3 matches before Enra game no. Hasan she go. Emu Baku, they lost 1-0 to Kotoko. And I'm no nyina. And I'm say Oman she go ntino. A kilo for this SCV womo to make sure that those two games, you know, at least they'll get a point. And Enra having moved to their new venue, Masola Dikaka said one of the main reasons why House of Folk will move from Accra Sports Stadium to Leguano, and he said, Omobo Accra Sports Stadium, they lose revenue, and secondly, resource also may. So, say, Oko, you new stadium, and your new venue. That's a resource, no quiet old one now. Then moving to the new stadium, no. That's a sebi. So they just needed to win, and I think that the most important thing is that they won. Mauli wa you only share goal in the man has a fook. Also, I say goals in the but eventually no one goal no share no. Make sure say has a fook at 3 points no, and so a Kofi. But since the has a fook, I bet me feel confident. Say Benjamin Asare ni etono. Unya problem biya. Senra Solomon Abaxines that go post no more. Now those who are game no so chiremo. Say one of the best performance, one of the best players from Hasselhoek Enra game no more. Na dia goalkeeper. And you know I say Liverpool. Whether say Branche Feno, Mama Dashvili. And now Alison Becker, you don't see much of a difference. And has for goalkeeping a department, you know. A branch of Fena Bessiach said Benjamin Asari knew how to know in a baby demois. Chama Unsru.
Well, these are highlights of the heart of a game. When you move no TV Jones as a justice, no. Na say yes, kakra.
For TV view, I think I'm about to
I mean, pretty much, no. When it's a pretty much, I think it's about time. Second half, no, saying I think it's about time. I also pretty much no. Omoma, the TV crew, production, the director, or you're part of it. No more how the justice will also look on TV because we are also selling something to a unity. Only a red goal we are near our second half. No, you see. I mean a bit of changes. The team was a sign just because we maybe I'm more parking to be. If you're on Bobo, but Ushe TV now, yes, and until maybe not FIFA cry instructor say, oh, two jerseys, not about bright color and back dark color. For the sake,
even on the field of play, they say, Basa, yeah, stocks now or motion, and now or mono eddie. And the place in the Omo home who by ya, and there's sometimes very difficult.
Do the Oba close up.
Yeah.
Say. You know, cameras are closing up.
But I call it say, yeah.
I am sure second half, because of TV viewers, don't comments. Yeah, go to them say, who go to now, Trent. Okay. Saying that here, I'm saying match day safety and security protocols 2025 following the Ghana Premier League match against Midiama Sporting Club. The club is alleged to have failed to ensure the safety of the match officials by allowing unauthorized persons into zone 2, that's a tunnel, at halftime, where the officials were threatened for the benefit of but I mean we can watch it again. Yeah, we the first goal of Midiama.
I think so. No call the left side.
Yes, I go too far anyway. It where for your goal now, Media. They will have to go through a lot of checks. If you have VAR, anyone. But I even think that the referee was right.
He was right. Onyan Ochano.
But not fans in
happy. Now a striker now drew 8 now kuta boy. So we keep it composure. Because you won't can't get to a beer one.
Fans in the movie are Emma. I said Tano, maybe quite a man referee no one is a woody agra. What the boo had only a ye and a revenue. And staff in a second. Oh, yeah. Or the
so drew us here. Why, ya dear be a shot. And I'll see Yari for Yarin, Dima for enemy Dima for her hospital. Or see on crap on my farmer home, her one Yamia who do be a wound so a wound mania. Dima for professional lab technicians, yeah, lab who see one ma. Because I say experiment and I say hospital can see a be lab no. If dear I go not defects a one so and none harm addition say in animal infections. It's me see a one quite can see a parent me Dima for some control say. Brentford time ni been to so dear Canadian. Can you say a bosso? So, about won't mean you're saying your best man at us, why be or was ano. And a man banom beko now, dear, I crown banom conan can besasha die be oh. Timmy Dima force me can't trust a brandy and Fabrini B. And to some famon and foremost swab blocks and money at the idea. But you may know, see, ya. ti ebe fra wa agro no na je so yo ho hwe nye ye na medima for series se be so se be bru bra ho no for 30 minutes time emfanto sisi yade na eche ni padua ne so ne entene ne ma wo se nyini na aba na osisi ne yo ya na nkasa ni hu na mane ana se ebi infections bi na erewi echim ni nompe ne srade ne ho ama akokwa na eye wo ya uduru ho a ye behunu na ya ye ho adwuma de ama wo ne from march na ebo na adwuna na se wia ne anopa na watimi abode se de se fata bema na oye adwuma doctor say obi wo hono ma ekro ewo de yefunu mu ebi wone boa no broni ato ne din also na de eye ne se mount mi ni di ye de soso obo na aso mfe obo nsafo achi kasa no de eya homete sempa aduane to oye mo a na nenam da ho ti quite long na ntimi ni di na ntimi ni di ye so I affect ni paduane greatly ntimi di ma force men kan tro say brani enfa brani binto so ntate a case moja wi anemia ya de ye ba ya brosan ni afro ne sa besi suru no enya asam ketoa ne yakase sika guwa ni emprinkwa furu bia bedru fom na wakoma na tu ato atwene wu huna mane e kyese moja gu mu na nya enough ntimi di ma force men kan tro se brana enfa bre ento so sa anemia ya de no ye ntate a case ma moja ne drop na enwenwenwenwe eba say de how bebre ebebrel ntimi di ma force men ka tro se brade koko efefre ne to ntimi ntena se ye be ma na de bia wache ne to enuoma bi wo ho no ma nya nika komidima for ho malaria ka ho bi Brian check you kidney ni test ma se wa hoden se betimi do akwa awie ye nkwa na nyame ahya ama wana na se ebeje ne ho wo kwam fi se wudidi na wo no ma esunsun sanso no kidney ne ewo chefa wom ti obi ohwehwia ne o ma bi fa ntrim sa o se na we eyese we ebe ma wo energy abusuafo pra wo ho timidima for se men kan cho se ma kidney ne nje wo ho enya je ne ho sa akwa da fidikase so iskasem onsa nya bi na so ntem na de ebe ni paduane ne se awokeka betina wo so abetreat enkoda wo na se betatai afe obenum nsuo no ni asusu ni ade amawo ohumi a wahrawa ni muntimi mie ni paduane change color na afe ulu su weight na ni paduane kwa na ekofom na ebret wo so medima for say kidney ne nya je ne ho a ensam ne ha fabra ne intestination na ho de ne mfama na emmoa o se de be ya efie be ko ni paduam no obetimi aso ne so e dia ba abonten doctor time da so ye be ma ko check your prostate one check who state to create wo me be hwia wa e be ma ojonso sem no enya issue ade ya ne se jonso do no akogina na bi ma no wasan betena se na wo se ko washum wa abra wo kwa wo chima keto bi ne beba na emoja kakra di achi jonso betimi achi wa na joni akosha rubber ebedu akire no na chese me masam ne so aginsemo medima force men kan cho sebra yemfa bre ni bi ento yade ne so ma prostate ni yenhwem pane pomasi bre na emwa because ebetimi asi wa wo kwa ebetimi no jonso sem no ede asie doctor say pressure there was run a friend high blood pressure no eno na ye ko fresh stroke ne ba efisa wo dwua na de basafasa na aka atenten ho na de anya na adwendwen ne be ya ma what pressure and stress at 2-3 so adwene ni bi bete entini na sesam ni bi be rapture ne moje enwunu go wani be ba ho so no ye be da be so na asen aka nsi so fise wano no entimi mie na onsa da ho ye ya osua enye ye medima for say stroke ni nya ba so a ne ko eden enti entina ho na mane doctor time da so say fa pressure ne bra ye managing regulate said the be yan ko frefre stroke ne emfa man to low blood pressure high blood pressure so you ko medima for na doctor emwa o esitwe ya de na tel so a patcho no so ye manage sugar ne de e was 7 de at least e 6 7 8 na ko manage na tim double digits na ya na enshada moa obo so ani de na etulo eteba 43 na dangerous into pancreas nya adwuma ye na se glucose ho nsem no atechima woni paduane mu a medima fo ne behuna so ano amawo doctor time da so se wadawro mabra atwema abu akwa agogo ena make say doctor te ho enti fa ya de ne ko ne empa ho pomasi bremfa mawo udru nkran pompuni mantema ye poku ase mayira sa wotia ne se medima fo doctor time da so poku ase mayira kona doctor ensure now yarwa no entu ase na ho nto because empani for say ama me ne wan se no na free ya de obi wana ko wa ho de obe bibi na so yadeɛ nti waka dam medimafo so pawo aso ebra bi yenye sempo ane ageka pre odi okwa ase doctor maba e wonana nom no me pese me de me bato mama wo ni bi wo low sperm count asori ko bi abusuafo wo liver ho na wo nsem ne so wo fatty liver sorry ko medimafo office liver no store minerals any vitamins any bile na se bonwoma enipadua ne hia esoso gu aduane so kwori ukawuro ne yare ne ntintini na saa bile no na anasa bonwoma no na ye ho adwuma na wo liver no ho na liver no produce no de adwuma nti sa wo de na ntimi anya adwuma saa na de how bebrebe ebebro medimafo se so ebra ne mfa brento so infection say wo no mpem de tel so a medimafo Dr. Time that so say sasabra so bana so nse pon na ne ananse na eche wo no enye kwa moja ne intimi fa system ni ye intimi dimafo se men kan cho se sa ha ni nyina no fa bedan ye ne mfa time ni bi nto so nhwe no mpe no na intimi nyina bran because wo betia form akomuntate a wo do mpe ni awode a wo tia form kwantate a na twem ko Dr. Time that so se men kan cho se me masam na ye di no demo ne empa so no so obe ma na ye se crayon anase I say pencil I achabu mienu na ense ni ahoden tie na tie ni yo aye peche wo krokro na ade ready bi na esa na anim na asa na ne softness na te e basa na ye mfa mo adwuma because football cry ye bono no de normal one e bono pitch so no wana ne bo ajo akwa wo bo bo bia din enti se wo so de no de kobo adwuma de wo se etimi gina so na ye dene na entini na support no na mu ayemra entimi nkokuru na nam ne so atenti e basa na je se shada nya fantastic se nya kono entimi di ma force men kan tro se be ma ukosi mema nyina na makodi agro de ma mema se bu hiam enu nti no se wo de no se wo penekese tetrete pipripi bobrobo kakraka kokro kotente brane ejina so se by kase nchacha the microphone is menim ne size ni bia bramidima fo ho tie ya samare ne adwuma ne ato ache no enti doctor se wonti bibia se na pese oni edi nkoma ma ne 0244 774282 0244 774282 0500 727215 0500 727215 Doctor say open 101 open so ni di nkomo wa suma sem bia hinta wo yade ho no ono be charge nkyere for number we 0591 202 375 0591 202 375 0591 202 375 Medima for Herbal Hospital Doctor Time that so sports chairman ya dibesia na jama to aso
okay eti Medima for aswe na yakọ abane yento aso e na yamehwe nsem I pure 95.7 FM yenchene ya wrap it up but max a quick one on league games no asante kodoko e dia na crowd me issue but we kid enya goals kwa
me more for Abaso ko game nanka 3-1 because takwa Saturday Friday Saturday mo bang na 3-1 I copy 2 to the 4 goals in the back but one thing is evidence that kotokoni media my game say my game be producing goals because me here last 5 for my bona and not 2-2 no the tone the last one I quite 3-2 kotoko 1-1 2-1 Mediama, another 1-1. So at least 2 goals there to me them. Until so you those number of goals. Mena minga surprise. So looking at those 5 games on my boy, 16 goals now. It means that averagely every game be amount over 3 goals. Until that's the same trend and but Obian win very competitive. There is one thing people don't know. Oh, say Mediama project in your chema Karim Zito and cost 13 in now. But I want me qualify about Premier na dwarfs year no free horn and omokoto. Your friend say Kesman by a year coach Bashir Hayford ebe started take it and Hamza so stand coach has also worked with Coach Boadu and so Mediama so mo ye bi o mo ne Mediama for ni pa so there are some few guys in there Ebia Hamza Mokra train them so whenever they meet it they know how to play and they also play them out now Ohe Legena it's been very interesting and a Mediama team the chairman more very good players in their fold. The Uber experience or more. Where Hearts boy was Salim Adams. Chairman on Salim Sanote. Obo medium her ball and run over. Baba has not on the Ametri.
So sometimes the coach you play.
Exactly the point.
Coaches be improve players.
Exactly. But what I want to say is on the experience Ediba on the folder, he played very well. Felix Shea is a very good goalkeeper. Chemanye pro prior crank Ebia and Black Stars and our national teams, and Corbetta. This is a goalkeeper to make that even in the African Champions League and still excel. Fojo was very good. Now, Prince Owusu they are seeing in Ayenim, Bola Obo. Now, Osho beat to say Kevin and Kroma. Our Munina chance to play for the Black Stars. It tells you the quality or more. Empo Abdul Salam Krano, no about as good. Champion mu team no mu frame NO2 kwan or Baka or no so able. And even their captain Yusuf Mubarak, he has also played for Kodoko before. I think there are 2 or 3 seasons at Kodoko before going or ball Liberty and or ball as good. And over Kodoko and San Oko. They have players in their fold that chairman. They are very experienced as far as the game is concerned. But then the entire because I'm Kodoko Abason said this is what I'm looking for, chairman. It is not all about winning. Because season here bought so many matches. May sure say a team like Kodoko has even gone unbeaten before. But say, oh, they get deep. Chairman, now ultimately rescue even a point in a big game like that. It makes your team even better going forward. Because in Baby and after when we take say Okra now say 2 in the bar now if he said that is all. And then run so no 2 goals now Kodoko best say in so a hojo. Chairman, but you say a hojo. Like they came back on say goals and yes hojo, so it makes it very very interesting. Meaning say game it was going to be very difficult for the Mediama for that chairman no more determined said they really want to win. And when he said teams on Beso Moje League this season Mediama so count just like Kodoko now Kasambo Nel. One thing he's doing great in the chairman in the centre backs no Moshe goes so what's the Europe and the centre backs na say Moshe goes say set piece ebani adia moko enimo ekopim tum. And he did exactly that. It's where a centre back are only limited to only defensive play. And I really feel like the Lord Amwa guy was also fantastic. Chema, he was fantastic. For the first time, Mabo man penny for be 2 frames Max Bonnie here, Sakotoko boy, and Amwa and Sambo Nel no. Any Pitamido I think he scored the goal. Any media my boys and Chroma Money they say oh they played very well. And I think here continues our chairman. And right game ni leave up to 8 billion. And I really think say we had a very wonderful game. Scoreline there, yes, it's good for all of them. Because media also needed a win. Into when it was a league and the teams on person Moje Dawson game be a ubo be the chairman. It was a uber, but I think we had a wonderful game yesterday na Bibia also. Into chairman I think I was very
Christian, Bramana you go for Andy.
Diana echo drop a points no. Ubeso G League. Also so win at home. Diana drop a points while losing game.
Go be consider the majority. No, already.
The way Kotoa no issue Manayana. David here, Onya de Ukrainian night. So when you're too sure about goalkeeper the Oya, you make your body big, spread your body. Or they spread your nine, Diana, born a bit about the ball night. And to concede this goal there, Chama is very, very bad. And the Mama Kotoa disappointed and said, Menema Soya again. Say Oko 2-0 down. Elfie. Against a team like Mediama, now to me betiti enya 1 pointer per that one obey a bit okay kakra. But we are looking at your main competitors now no more pre-league no. Has ufuka kwa kwashe. Ediana Stars akolusi. Kotoko wini game ni nwana. Chairman ke Kangana Premier League A leaders on the table na neka ya Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Now adia they must begin to work on. And it's a na Kotoko concede. Some are no more a blow. Any Samba Unel as 4 and 5. Actually, be a normal change. 10 be a somebody were consistent. But I'm saying the last 2 games are Kotoko Abono. Kotoko considered 2. Some considered 2 against on my last game against Holy Stars. They considered 2. Yesterday they considered 2. So 4 games are the last 2 games never been in Kotoko considered 4 goals in those 2 matches. And so considers how 2 goals per game. Your attack must be able to make sure that goals not considered and counter. And we have come to know that Kotoko cannot score more than 2 goals in a game. Season way 1. Why are there 4-2 back baby? It is a say consider goals. It is the reason why the last 2 games now. Kotoko winning bino. It is because they have conceded more than 1 goal. se komo ne Holy Stars no se komo keep clean sheet a e ka kotoko winning game no if enwa se ka kotoko timi ye kire ho adwuma e consider be 1 goal per kwana they could have won that game and the last 2 games now e kro bia bo no and then komo timi ye kire ho adwuma Kaya Kasei, Kagana Premier League chairman, and come among the leaders. And I think say coach in a year Jumadie, but a Chirahonomono, the rate at which they are conceding goals is something that the coach must begin to work on it. Meno ya Jenny. Lord Abuani, he was amazing yesterday. Nebia ya kakoto kwa midfielders no Peter Midu akwa Seto se kwajo Lord Hilary Adabo Walid Neymar omona gidi no but Shekotokosa right back now. Chairman, Bona Krani Bono. He has been very consistent. Empire Barney said sometimes Ghanaian players don't mean you're consistent over the years. Or Yebon this year, Nebona Basunano. Next year, we must have a Wuni beam. Bona Bonnet Chairman, so twice why a consistent. Now, or tries to be improved. Was a blasters one area. Yes, and I'm solving a right back. Ali to say the new Biobo Biano Shadan Cementi air blasters right back the and I think that Bona or Bono any lack of options at the blasters so what you know now we're maintaining the same level and now bet me improve here maybe one day blaster call up Uba near fellow Damu chairman I'll not be surprised the 2-2 drawn game no Kotokobe
yes and the ball for the second match no and the Odebe Bray but Ansana no there were a few birthday wishes been me run it through now. Yankoso. Only the weekend is na Kumasi Anglican. Homecoming near Basono, the Christian. Facho di next Christian. To Sieni Kakambodu. Aha. Usieni Atapuku Atako cast. Christian.
The disciples.
The Christian when you or 12 to Moon and Magazine, the Jam Catcher where is a
and then why I can radio so.
Only a bishop's Mundi field, a bishop's one that. No,
the bishop's a junior. Abesos Union. Abesos in Unisa. Abesos in Unisa.
Abesos in Sinano.
So Sinano. Now one year.
Young man. Oh, very young. Okay. Kisiwa, Nayo birthday. Kisiwa, happy birthday to you. Nyamema Kwatente or GHS. New Asafo. Ne Kisiwa, birthday. It's from all students in and the entire crew wish you a happy birthday. Nyamema Kwatente Oma Hoding. Now from Fradumo and Quadumo. Happy birthday to you. Okay. Now, Andy, when you say weekend, when you say Sunday now, we any routes for your book return leg. Paju Park. Sunday. First one, I'm saying 3-1.
First one, so almost
3-1. I'm saying 3-1. Say different. The Kokubu team here. You wanna say Timoda Obi also your coach. They say no. I say you play today be no that time na set who's also a goalkeeper na set no na Fifi Veron to crown me Bobby Veron guys say why emre
now
I'm a boy me na boy me ba for Nana Jemfi God bless
but I lost so be bo pacho
I lost TV. On the TV man. Now then before people say day Sunday mo ho so ya na that's also or say dem am say okay. I lost TV. So na say bia. Na nya secret. Anyway, Sansona ye nyina ye kokumawu. Chiefs Palace on yeko. On Thursday the 4th of December, I had a 1 week observation of Mr. Thompson Osebunsu. Mr. Thompson Osebunsu, Shati, Charlotte, Asqua Municipal Assembly, ne papa. Inti Thursday, and an hour chidano ebasu kumewu ahimfi. Inti yena yen shanonso na yengoka shati nebusuya na yenko shomodin. Emra omo ye 1 week ediama omo luman da form no. Inti na se no so okay, Cassius, now say Banfo, so sister at the form, now say a brother from another mother, na so ni passe na me no say we dey timi no tie nyina na say ye ba be ka busua no ho na eye no baso on the 6th and as a set near da bay Saturday yes baso ewo banfon kwanta na ye be den beto mpem ene bibia anti onu sa burial service be koso Ramsia adum Ramsia na eyi no so no pa no 9 kopem no nkono near be burial burial service no awufusum no Ramsia adum na eyi ni sie no yakosie no wo yakosie no Kumawu Presbyterian Cemetery Georgina Chewa Bamfo do na friend sister Gina me so na say na sister da for me nti ye nyina enko kana say na ebusua no na enko ja omo Andy fa bo ne brain na wo sori azu niska mutimi ko holiday emante na ma also de mun kaso mun go Dubai mun go Dubai mun go China mun go US but time on be wa no wa Dubai and China kwa no untimi nye mun twiti moto so eko ride mun ko yina no the pool on mante
as a tourism student Maxwell.
Tourism student tourism student I don't kasa.
Tourism degree holder from KNUST 2020. I won't be here say menu anomonso no at least. The amusement kusua no.
What's wrong?
Exactly.
The video kusua no ya in charge of
tourism site.
Okay.
You can explore. Quiet bike ni na ka we see now teacher mo. We nye bibie hu bia Max wo twitwi me we wi asore ko na me mentor me dia we. We say twitwi. Ma chamo oyi yanko bia be transfer for pure sports no. Na kwa kuduba bia ma onu chi sports na ne cry was asking DB sama me. Ti chama no so fili crew ni pa ti enchi akwa kuduba ewo Swami magazine on fa issue no eni agro kra.
Okay.
Chama pa ba chama o kan yiri nyina Saturday na makumfo so
eto aprekope. Yinya
Yanko Jenjame Dental Clinic as we na yanko bon komedo for UTM ese problems with our maintenance wunya ya obesiri nemum na nse wa nso wuntimi siri obedwam esanse sabi manu sisimra so wo siri no pampa na APA free no ba ya na ha adwene pa eno na chese ade ba ko ha adwene ase tambia egu anim asemesro na professionals enso are ayide free so yetimi to ase man ye me ba cho halitosis no sana broni efre no yetu ase man ye wo Jenjameda, Ombetime to Asia Eddie Amount. Sanso and Omsian Canchos Obia. I don't know can say did whiten and also by Benyabutre near Edema scaling and polishing the dental implant. About so braces. I will send us one a baby so I will know Pesa or send a silver and also gold. And in Oba a Jenjameda soya. Yenyabutre again in our common and so the mall. Now Jenjamed Asian Canchagana for Kumasa dear. More money and Munim say, a Abropo Johnson, Bantama High Street in the total filling station at you. And I've been with white. The Yan say, Ubena Omo numbers, not what from Unya from Ope, Yababa Abayan Kamadiamo. Jenjamet number no a 0598 731 823 0598 731 823. Na udom enkasafe yon coming up Royal Guest House ewo Ushim School Junction baby a Grace Gift Hospital ne wono odi obuso bia se wo ko California baby a ye bofufu no ha and I be women up Royal Guest House bia na bibinti oba ye Kumasi this week and I say weekend ato any baby a obeda o dwene ho say he kra na no da wasumba dimusa aben so 24 hours enso Frunya Fena and a pipe ma into na young 3-bedroom apartment and be a group we can get away and no smoba yet come up. Wouldn't some men a shuttle? Okay, we dey wabedru aba ubedru ono na shuttle no esiwo air channel found no near direct ned waba aye me na Royal Guest House wumpe we na dia biem na opa aboche na waga na no fra aye me na Royal Guest House jomo number say bia nya ne na make na be here but dabi obenya omo omo number is 0543 556 666 0543 556 666 and 0544 8 682-772. Now we do enkasa the new STC GH Express Ultra Modern Bus Terminal. Ewo Asafu Labor Roundabout Total Filling Station. Echiwo ena ewo. Now we unya a new travel experience. Mr. Wa Wutu Kwai Kumasi Accra Kumasi. Sanso ena mu amokota Accra mu amokota Malenya na mumra esanse buses ewo hono ma betumi afa na edwako buses ewo in very good condition. Na drivers no so omunim the ewo experience o kwane so wom ena drive you into show the new STC GH Express Ultra Modern Bus Terminal. Asafu Labor Roundabout Total Filling Station. One was a building 10 bis and a yard no. Now you modern waiting area, advanced ticketing system, accessibility features, event center, shopping mall, barbering shop, restaurant. Nina Bitria and you go to frame for a year ticketing and reservation. It was 0557 943607 0557 943607. Now Union Enkasa Mamimko Lawson Herbal Center. I saw here Dr. Lawson, Akofa Lawson Herbal Mission and so about for general well-being and so a strong immune system. Just say one of Lawson Herbal Mission be my face. One of the Lawson Law Care Mission and so about you. Lawson Law Care Mission and when Namu Yaria drew Sir a gonorrhea. Aya syphilis, aya white, aya canadensis, sanso and awo yoba sabi yoba and so be egu enya de pa. Aya sama say eden carboni crab abeja ama say upiem krano aya dene num Lawson Law Care Mission won so awatenka bronika de say low libido atenka de we fema edrewe ena be no mo so de no aya stomach ulcer he say udidie oduane to yamu obue ekom so de wo obue de bia na de wo don so aso ye funu na utwa jajo num Lawson Law Care Mission the area mo mema no so nhye no so say Lawson delay man capsules bema obese UCP na usita bird ma wompem emi agi wodie no woje wo samba no Lawson delay man capsules sa wo dwon so na emaye emu paimie no ne wani ba bi awo dwon so mu a Lawson delay man eno enebo low sperm count nya le beboa e de afuru so kamenroi enye na ewo herba any pharmaceutical shops nemum je Dr. Lawson ankasa ne number no afre ya yampa 0242-133-577 0242-133-577 now no enkasa as for Eddie jiggy mattress no aba na maka wasam Eddie acho jiggy mattress no bebacho maunsanka bi jiggy mattress ayakama Mr. mattress abeda so a enya fe na be sorry na waso anase ukon ya oya wachi ayawe ya enkofo bi nam kromwa sabi bone pa na wo mutimo enu ntin omo nwene nipa po mede ho niema bi omo de ya mattresses no obeda sorry obonso wada sorry elsanka wado na ade be chanka ho ade no obe sorry no abre mattress na oda so no enye anima na omsade ya chemicals ewom ento twekọ mu ada na ohome no na esanso ko fire e dia bro be ba cho wo ne mo de ya mattresses no emiti Ghana Standard Authority na say ohun sa na Ghana Standard Authority for etu omo so sa ai nkofo no yedi mo be ba cho ompe ohun asema obesa wo na ye boko unkonya any health issues bia from mattress na oda so na be ba cho no so sabeka ashfum jiggy mattress ash foam jiggy mattress jiggy mattress yes say kutu now I just so ade am say say bam your king size queen size double size medium size and a single size me nyina bi ho tobi na da so na feel kama mamen ka say we no mo pesa moton dodo no mo nyina ma we ba the showrooms the ashum showrooms and also pa 0556 5792140 5792140 na wonu omo enso entumi emonkomo na bibia enye kama entumi enfama but quick birthdays na fe no chamo yen sorry so na ambitious emfa enadwumadi no enso emrana chairman ena eye asmo of Bantama Asmo darling ena eye ne birthday
Asmo na de Bantama J the last edition of the MTN Ashanti Festival boy. Inti Asmo happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Fire no. Asmo happy birthday to Nyankopon Nsha. Sanso ana chairman yan wese aye Atakumbi ewa Asafo. In fact NS Nyama enua panyin no Atakumbi ene eye kumbi birthday. Me hu se o won a brother ne nchen. We say Nyama Gusua on destiny ECL no. He say ncho beti esi page ne so. But we say ne bra eko mo enso e won nchen kakra say de be obetimi recover na be bia koka nti kumbi yen we show a happy birthday today chairman.
Okay. na yɛnkyɛ nso Obama yɛnkyɛ Obama nso Obama yɛka me deɛ ma ne kɔtɔkɔ asɛm no Obama is US
na wa
Obama
so okra so okwa
o general ne ho ne ten one na o get kade o ko ne also Oba also train mobile world cup na no ne mama so mobile world cup na mobile no ne mama nti no all right nti ya cha Obama one mrante na mo tie nka ho nyina ya chi obia bie ya ne mo maka nyina encha so konkoma mo ani ma hu se enne no Andy amanfo complaining about network no yes some fanche na the network issues in the ana network no or see process abuse ibi ne nti see me fanche network no enne ti osemo oyina no ayi no zo
sir on say me ye na LPM and we be try say can lose your mama PFM network ina me and also hey adia mo machine aye
machine no so machine no nti can lose your strength we dey oni ho hwe all right and design no nti yeah sorry so nyame adu eche ba bihia ne congratulate Kwame Dinkra say your friend no we are meeting the doctor either as a doctor Martin Luther King Dinkra nti Dr. Dinkra so can nyina fu no ne din fu no nyina on the net to Martin Luther King no I need to Enra you confer on him a doctorate degree. In fact, some say they are awarded, right? Some say degree they are awarded. I say a year say what any. I'm so go get as answer now. I'm tired. Go degree to be your radio. School now our corner we you know to but Enra Kwame Dinkra onya a PhD in visual communication. Visual communication. Loya Masa, another member of the T3 group. Enra Loya Masa so. See, you wish you all the best. Near congratulate you. So answer the Ayuba so back a weekendi. Nti Ayuba also Obana we are congratulating and so Ediamai.